Kristi Noem was just cross-examined at a House of Representative hearing by Democrats who put on a masterclass. Kristi Noem was stunned. She was largely frozen. And then she said she had to leave the hearing early because she had other commitments. She then walked out and was heckled by people in the crowd as she left. Now, leading the incredible cross-examination was Democratic Congressmember Seth Magaziner from Rhode Island. This is one of the best line of questioning I've ever seen as a trial lawyer, I might add. So let me show you what Magaziner did right here. It was absolutely brilliant. Here, play this clip.
Madam Secretary, how many United States military veterans have you deported?
Sir, we have not deported U.S. citizens or military veterans.
I don't believe you served in the military. I haven't either, but I think you and I can agree that as Americans, we owe everything to those who have served our country in uniform, particularly those who have served in combat. Do you agree with that?
Sir, I believe that people that are in this United States that are citizens have legal status here.
Madam Secretary, we are joined on Zoom by a gentleman named Se-Jun Park. He is a United States Army combat veteran who was shot twice while serving our country in Panama in 1989. Like many veterans, he struggled with PTSD and substance abuse after his service. He was arrested in the 1990s for some minor drug offenses, nothing serious. He never hurt anyone besides himself, and he's been clean and sober for 14 years. He is a combat veteran, a Purple Heart recipient. He has sacrificed more for this country than most people ever have. Earlier this year, you deported him to Korea, a country he hasn't lived in since he was 7 years old. Will you join me in thanking Mr. Park for his service to our country?
Sir, I'm grateful for every single person that has served our country and follows our laws.
Can you please tell Mr. Park why you deported him?
Every one of them needs to be enforced.
But you understand that many veterans struggle with PTSD, many veterans struggle with substance abuse challenges. This man took 2 bullets for our country. You have broad authority, by the way, as Secretary, to issue humanitarian parole, to do deferred action. Will you commit to at least looking at Mr. Park's case to see if you can help him find a pathway back to this country that he sacrificed so much for?
I will absolutely look at his case, but I want you to remember that
Madam Secretary, the man behind you, please stand up, sir. His name is Jim Brown from Troy, Missouri. He is a Navy combat veteran who served our country in the Gulf War. He's married to a woman named Donna, who came to our country legally from Ireland when she was 11 years old. She has lived here for 48 years. Because of you, Jim's wife, Donna, has been in prison for the last 4 months. She did not come here illegally, and she has never committed any crime other than writing 2 bad checks totaling $80 10 years ago. She is currently in prison and facing deportation. Ms. Noem, will you thank Mr. Brown for his service to our country?
Thank you, Mr. Brown, for your service to our country.
Now, what possible explanation can there be for locking up his wife for 4 months when she has committed no crime other than writing a couple of bad checks for $80?
Sir, it is not my prerogative, my latitude, or my job to pick and choose which laws in this country get enforced.
You have broad discretion as the Secretary. You can issue parole, you can do all kinds of things, but you're choosing not to. Will you commit, again, to just reviewing Donna's case and reuniting this combat veteran with his beloved wife, who also loves this country?
I will review the case.
Then you had Congresswoman MacIver cross-examining Kristi Noem, and then Kristi Noem just tried to yell and talk over her. Here, watch what took place. Let's play it.
Thank you, Secretary Noem. Do you agree that using DHS resources to target members of Congress is an abuse of power?
Excuse me, would you say that
You
again?
would have heard me if you stopped talking and listened to my questions. Do you agree that using DHS resources to target members of Congress is an abuse of power?
We are not doing that. We are out there enforcing the law, doing our work, and we are allowing oversight.
Of course, we're not going to get any answers. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. I now recognize the gentleman from Oklahoma, Mr. McKean, for 5 minutes of questions.
Next, I'll show you Democratic Congressmember Dan Goldman cross-examining Kristi Noem and getting her to essentially admit that what she was doing by going after people who are going through the asylum process is patently unlawful. Here, play this clip.
To the 5 minutes, I'm sorry, but gentleman from New York is now recognized, Mr. Goldman, for 5 minutes.
Secretary Noem, let's talk about the law. Do you agree that asylum is a lawful pathway to immigrate to this country? Yes or no?
There's an asylum program, yes, in place.
All right. So
It wasn't
immigrants
used under
then
the
with
Biden
ongoing asylum applications are legally in this country, correct?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Your question was?
Immigrants with ongoing asylum applications are legally in this country.
There are individuals in this country that have applications that
And they are legally here because it's a lawful pathway, right?
it's a lawful pathway.
Okay, so
And I
if
will-
your department then deports anyone with an ongoing asylum application, you are violating the law, correct?
Joe Biden left us with.
I'm not asking about Joe Biden. I'm asking you a
1.5
specific
million
question.
cases
If your
backlogged
department
asylum
deports anyone
That's
with an
the program.
ongoing asylum application,
The
you
program
are
was
violating the
greatly
law. Is that
violated.
correct?
It was greatly violated when they allowed.
I'm
1.5
asking
million
you.
people to come
I'm
in and
asking you.
granted asylum applications.
Why are you filibustering? Why
by
can't you
ignoring
answer the
laws.
question? It's a
Because,
simple
Joe,
question.
Your president.
If your department
and your secretary
deports
did not follow
anyone
the law
with an
which those
ongoing
applications
asylum
follow.
application, you are violating the law. Isn't that correct?
The asylum program was
Okay.
broken under the last.
Mr. Chairman, I will reclaim my time. She's not answering the question. But the obvious answer is that yes, if you follow a lawful pathway, asylum is a lawful pathway. If you have an open asylum case, you are here lawfully. But the problem that we are seeing around the country is that you are not following the law. Don't tell us to change the law. If you don't like the asylum system, you change the asylum law. Bring it to us. We'll work with you. I think it needs to be changed. But you can't just decide that you're not going to follow the law, and asylum is a law, and deport people who have ongoing applications. Unfortunately, that is exactly what's happening. It's happening across the street from my office right in New York City.
And then Kristi Noem said, I gotta go. I'm out. I actually have other commitments to be at, so I'm gonna have to leave this hearing a little bit early. Here, play this clip.
Dollars immediately, and we're responding immediately to our people.
I just
I
have
have to actually leave this hearing early because the FEMA Review Council is giving their report today on suggestions for changes to FEMA. and
Thank
I
you for
have
not
to-
taking your foot off the
I
gas
have
on
to
that.
co-chair it, but I will be leaving soon to have to go do that. But those
And here she was heckled on the way out. Let's play it.
Recognize the gentlelady from Texas, Ms. Johnson, for 5 minutes of questions.
I'm just going to take the position that she was scared of my questions. Mr. Chairman, if we could stop the clock and
Yep. Oh, yes,
wait
no, that's
till after all
absolutely.
this,
Clerk will suspend.
if we could reset the time,
Yes.
that would be helpful.
We'll reset the clock. Gentlelady, prepared.
Okay. Thank you.
Gentlelady's recognized.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You hear that? That's the sound of my new holiday tradition. I've got the holiday Olipop can right here. Yep, the one with the Yetis on it. And let me tell you, this is the soda lover's dream. I grew up obsessed with soda, not gonna lie about it. But let's be real, traditional soda is basically liquid sugar. Now there's a new kind of soda that actually tastes like the classics and is good for you. Olipop combines the familiar soda flavor with a functional ingredient blend to support digestive health. These holiday cans, they are back back this year with Ollie and Pop, the Yetis, and they've even added a third limited edition flavor, Crisp Apple. I love the Crisp Apple. I am addicted to the Crisp Apple. And all three festive flavors are less than 50 calories with just 2 to 5 grams of sugar and up to 9 grams of fiber to support your gut health. That's right, the nostalgia and the fiber your microbiome will thank you for. Bring the Yetis home from almost anywhere Olipop is sold online and available in nearly 50,000 retailers nationwide, including Costco, Target, Publix, Whole Foods, Kroger, H-E-B, Walmart, you name it. Buy any 2 cans of Olipop in store and they will pay you back for 1. It works on any flavor, any retailer, including the Yeti limited edition cans. Go to drinkolipop.com/Midas. That's drinkolipop.com/Midas. drinkolipop.com/MEIDAS.
There was another hearing taking place. So once I was able to stop watching the Kristi Noem hearing because that was done, I then tuned in to see Benny Thompson cross-examining one of Donald Trump's FBI goons about Antifa, because the MAGA Republicans in this other House of Representatives hearing were saying the biggest terrorist threat is Antifa. So Benny Thompson, Congressman Thompson, Democrat, he had the best line of questioning. He's like, all right, where's Antifa located? Where's their headquarters? How many people are part of it? You're the head of the FBI as it relates to Antifa. Tell us, and watch this guy crumble under Thompson's cross-examination. Play this clip.
Executive Order of Domestic Terrorist Organization, Antifa. That's our primary concern right now.
All right, that's what President Trump did. What does the FBI say?
We share the same view. When you look at the data right now, you look at the domestic terrorist threat that we're facing. Right now, what I see from my position is that's the most immediate violent threat that we're facing on the domestic side.
So where is Antifa headquartered?
What we're doing right now with the organization.
Where in the United States does Antifa exist? Yeah. If it's a terrorist organization and you've identified it as number one.
We are building out the infrastructure right now.
So what does that mean? We're trying to get the information. You say Antifa is a terrorist organization. Tell us as a committee, how did you come to that? Where do they exist? How many members do they have in the United States as of right now?
Well, that's very fluid. It's ongoing for us to understand that. The same, no different than Al-Qaeda and ISIS.
No, I don't want you. I'll ask one question, sir. I just want you to tell us. If you said Antifa is the number one domestic terrorist organization operating in the United States, I just need to know where they are, how many people. I don't want a name. I don't want anything like that. Just how many people have you identified with the FBI that Antifa is made of?
Well, the investigations are active.
So you wouldn't come to this committee and say something you can't prove. I know you wouldn't do that. But you did.
Oh yeah, I want to show you one other point of that Kristi Noem hearing, the cross-exam of her. So you had Congresswoman Ramirez, I think, realized that Kristi Noem was just going to lie the whole time. So she just made this incredible kind of compilation to show that Kristi Noem is a pathetic little liar. Watch this. Here, play this clip.
An article by ProPublica from October 16, 2025, entitled, "We found that more than 170 U.S. citizens have been held by immigration agents. They've been kicked." There's nothing smiling about U.S. citizens. I'm sorry. That's very inappropriate. Let me continue. They've been kicked, dragged, and detained for days. The next one.
The Trump administration has specifically targeted the worst of the worst. The individuals that we are going after are those that are violent criminals, those that are breaking our laws.
Secretary Noem, again, you lied to the American people. I will be including into the record, an article by the NBC News from December 7, 2025, entitled, "ICE has arrested nearly 75,000 people with no criminal records," data shows. a co-equal branch of government, and it is your obligation as a member of the executive branch to honor decisions made by the highest court of the land. Yes or no, Secretary?
We are abiding by all federal judges' orders. Absolutely.
The Justice Department said that when the administration was ordered back in March to stop sending detained migrants to a mega prison in El Salvador, you personally made the final call to continue the flights anyway. Is that correct?
And the decisions that are made on deportations, where flights go and when they go, are my decision at the Department of Homeland Security. And we'll continue to do the right thing, continue to work and protect Americans, no matter what radical judge comes out and tries to stop us. We'll do.
You lied on the record, and you lied to members of this committee. You violated court orders by not turning around deportation flights bound for El Salvador, where we know that hundreds of people under your leadership have reported that they were raped, they were beaten, and they nearly died. And your agents used chemical weapons in Chicago despite court orders from District Court Judge Ellis forbidding their use. Secretary Noem, you, Gregory Bovino, and your ICBP and DHS deputized agents have waged an unaccountable, unlawful, unconstitutional war against communities across the nation.
I'll show you this other moment too, where you had another Democratic congressman say, look, you're not following federal court orders. We all know that to be the case. Here, let's play this.
Donald Trump said that your ICE agents haven't gone far enough. Do you think terrorizing American citizens and assaulting peaceful protesters isn't far enough?
Congressman, the Department of Homeland Security and this administration complies with all federal court orders. We always have, and we always will.
Not true.
And we will continue to appeal. And sir, I will even tell you that at the highest court, at the Supreme Court, the Department of Homeland Security in our litigation has an over 90% success rate in winning at the highest court in our battle against activist judges across this country.
Madam Secretary,
we will continue to appeal. And then when it gets to the highest court and we get a decision, it is proven that we are right, that we have been compliant. I will also say,
Madam Secretary, let me.
You want me to answer your questions or not?
I do, but let me. You haven't been telling us the truth. Look, there have been at least 170 known cases of citizens being arrested or detained by federal immigration agents this year alone. This is the truth. Are you lying to the American people right now by denying these reports?
When we are doing our targeted enforcement operations against criminal illegal aliens, individuals that are in that area may be detained until we verify who they are, and then they are released. This has been done for years, and every single law enforcement operation that has always happened, we follow the same protocols, and we continue to do that. We have never once detained or deported an American citizen. We have not held them and charged them. When we find out to verify their identity, then that is when they are released. You also...
And then I'll remind you all that I did a video on it this morning that Kristi Noem, she may be too busy to remain in Congress, but not too busy for the Department of Homeland Security to make videos, more torture videos showing Border Patrol agents and ICE attacking migrants. And they go cuffing season. And then they made another one, obviously, with Sabrina Carpenter's music. And Sabrina Carpenter called them out and said, don't you dare steal my music and use it to attack migrants. And then the Trump regime attacked Sabrina Carpenter, the pop star. And then Sabrina Carpenter got like 138 million views to her post. So then the Trump regime took it down because they were humiliated by a pop star. Remember that? Oh, and then Governor Newsom posted his own video of cuffing season, which was a video of Donald Trump and Hegseth and Stephen Miller getting handcuffed and thrown into prison for being war criminals and their crimes against humanity. Great work to all of the Congress members we highlighted, but especially Congressmember Magaziner. That was brilliant, and our heart goes out to all those in the veteran community in general, and those who are all under attack by this regime, and those who are in the House of Representatives hearing either there or virtually. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MidasPlus.com.